Okay, welcome. Today I plan on using a strap, a ball, a block. I said all three though, right? You said the ball, the block was the ball. Strap, block, ball, blanket, or cushion for your knee. I'm trying to learn to have my hair down because pulling it back is what causes the traction. Oh, it's so hard. It's so hard to have it down. Hopefully I just get used to it. Okay, so let's start by seated in a meditation. I was listening to this recording by Pema Chodron, and she was like, it's so funny how when you meditate, the first thing they say is get comfortable. And then the second thing they say is relax. And then they say just keep coming back to your breath, and how hard those three instructions are. So knowing that this is an easy thing, trying to find some comfort inside your body. And taking a deep breath and helping you relax. And then let your attention ride the waves of your breath. Not changing how you're breathing, just witnessing it, experiencing it. And when your mind inevitably wanders, like it will, because the mind thinks, without judgment, just bring it back to the breath. It can be helpful to add some internal words to help you focus on the breath, like breathing in, breathing out. Draw your hands up to your heart. And letting this practice be that same kind of chain of presence. When you think, when you get distracted, totally fine. Try to bring yourself back into the experience of what's happening in your body in the moment it is. Push your hands into your chest. Draw the flesh of your skin on your sternum down, and then tip your right ear over to your right shoulder. Pulling down with your hands and stretch your chin up at an angle. Draw the left shoulder down a little bit. We do some micro movement with the chin. I like to throw in an underbite. And then second side, left ear, left shoulder. Fractioning the skin away from the collarbone, right shoulder pulls in. And similarly to when we roll out with the ball and we chase the sensation, we hone in on the sensation, and you hone in through your movement and find that perfect stretch. Bring your head back up through center. Take your left hand to your right upper trapezius muscle above your shoulder. Give it a little squeeze. You can squeeze it with your finger or your thumb, or fingers in the thenar eminence, the little pad of the ball of your hand. And then while you're squeezing it, tip your ear away from your track. Do some little no rotations. Bring your fingers up to the side of your neck. Dig your fingertips into those muscles by the side of your neck. Little no rotations. Yes nods. Keep your left ear over by your left shoulder. Take your left hand to the right side of your head. Right hand on your right shoulder. Gently lengthening those two areas away from each other. Imagining that your inhale brings length into this side of your neck. And then lift your head back up. Right hand grips the left side of your upper trap muscle and squeeze around a little bit until you find like a good place to grip onto. And then rotate the head side to side. Tip the right ear over to the right shoulder. Mobilize the head. Work your right fingertips up into the left side of the neck. Digging your fingertips somewhere in there. Doing yes nods or no rotations. And then keeping right ear towards right shoulder, right hand comes to left temple. Left hand comes to the shoulder, lengthening through the left side of the neck. Awesome, and then bring your head back up. Okay, we're gonna start with the block, and we're gonna massage the muscles that hook up onto this box of clip. So we're gonna use the block at the second level, and we're gonna pivot the block slightly. So it'll be slightly at an angle. So tipping in towards the head, so you can get the head onto that ridge of the block. So that there's space by the back of the edge of the block. And the back of this edge facing in towards me. I like to hold the block with my hands for some stability. And then it's that head motion of pushing the head back into the block. Maybe chin draws in a little bit towards the chest. And then slowly rotate your head to the right. And then come back towards center, towards the left. Come back towards center, towards the right. And then explore over on this right side, moving the head, experimenting with different types of movement. Release, soften this muscle on the right side of the neck. It tends to be really fatigued as we hold the head forward so much. And it's just constantly trying to pull our head back over our spine. Come back to center. Make your way over to the left side of the neck. Really nice. So come back to center, move your block, come up to seated again. We're going to try to get into some back bends today. So I want you to think about pushing the head back like we were doing on the foam roller. Let's even do that. Take your hands behind your head and then push your head back into your fingertips. Chin draws in towards the chest. The back of the skull lifts up away from the spine. Okay, try to keep your head back, grab your ball. We're gonna massage the pec, so underneath the right collarbone, just loosening up this area. Head stays back. Pec major attaches onto the sternum and then goes over to the side of the shoulder. Explore all that area. It's underneath the collarbone. Pec minor hooks onto the top 3 ribs over here by the side of the armpit. Explore the other side. Okay, really nice. Let's lay down for a moment with the ball. Put the ball behind the right trap, above the scapula and towards the neck. Push your feet down and forward and push the weight into that ball. Take your right hand down by your right hip. And actually, I'd first start by down by the hip. And we're going to do rainbows with our arms. So lifting the arm up towards the sky, and then thumb lowers down towards the floor. Arm lifts up towards the sky, and then pinky finger leads the way. The next time you come up towards the sky, pause, and we're going to add some core work. So as you inhale, breathe into the back of the ribs with that abdominal pressure. And as you exhale, keeping the rib, that right rib down, extend the arm back over your head. Inhaling into the back, pull the arm back up. The rib is most likely to flare as the arm lowers overhead. The next time the arm comes up towards the sky, pause. We're going to open it out towards the side like a T pose. Then we're going to take the arm up through the center and stretch the arm across the body. A deltoid stretch. Open the arm up towards the side. Deltoid stretch. Taking this towards an angle, so as the hand opens like a T, bring it down a little bit lower towards your hip, and then cross it up towards the opposite shoulder. Okay, last one, arm up towards the sky, like a one-handed steering wheel. Turn the steering wheel towards the left until that right shoulder blade wings. And then turn the steering wheel all the way to the left. Drawing the steering wheel up towards 12, past 12, maybe towards 9 o'clock on a clock. And then drawing it down towards like 6 or 7 o'clock. Okay, remove the ball. Pause for a moment. Notice how the shoulders are feeling, how they're laying on the floor. And then pop that ball behind your left trap. figure out where you want it and then how to push more of your weight into it. Stretch the left arm up towards the sky. Using that breath right away as you exhale, ribs pull in as the thumb lowers towards the back of the room. And then arm comes up and forward. I mean that deltoid stretch, arm up towards the sky. Open it up to the side. Stretching the arm away from the body, getting a stretch through the inner wing of the arm, and then taking the arm across the body. If you'd like taking that at an angle. And then doing our driving, holding onto the steering wheel with the left hand. Big steering wheel, see how far you can rotate your hand to the right and down. Left shoulder lifts up and wings. And then turn the steering wheel as far as you can to the left, torso kind of twist to the left. A little bit of side bending as you go back and forth, getting that ball to move side to side. Okay, remove the ball. Set it to the side. Notice the shoulders. Stretch the arms up towards the sky. Inhale, breathe into the back of the ribs. Maybe stretch up a little bit through the arms. And as you exhale, keep the ribs down as you lower the arms towards the wall behind you. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, arms stretch down, ribs in. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, ribs in, arms down. Inhale, arms up. Right knee lifts up, right foot lifts up. Exhale, arms extend back, right leg extends forward, heel hovers. Ribs in like a little hollow plank. Inhale, knee up, arms up. Exhale, extend right leg out, arms back. 5 more. Harnessing this strength and stability in the core. I like how I said 5 and then I don't count. And then we'll switch sides, left knee up. Exhale. Pushing the back of the head onto the floor. One of the things I don't like about core work is oftentimes people lift up the neck. So they strengthen, they're straining their neck so much. So learning to engage the core while the head pushes back is awesome. People also tend to use their psoas so much. So this coordinating with your breath will keep the core active. Psoas will work, but it won't do all of it. Okay, both knees up. Exhale, right arm, left leg. Inhale. Exhale, other side. Only extend out as much as you can control those ribs. Okay, next time you extend your right leg, come back up. Let me get this correct. Okay, take your left hand to your right knee. Left arm straight, push the hand into the knee, and then pull your knee into your hand. Okay, and then as you exhale, right arm back, left leg forward, and push. Inhale up, switch your hands, push and extend. And up, push and extend. And up, push and extend. Okay, hold on to your knees, walk up. Oh, I just invented that last one. Okay, let's come up to standing. Standing at the top of your yoga mat. Open your arms up like cactus. Keep your core in. Push the ribs, the elbows back. This will be our exhale. Ribs in, elbows back, head back. Inhale. Bring the elbows and palms together. Round through the upper back. Chin tucks to the chest. Exhale, open. Inhale, round. As you exhale and pull the elbows back, try to draw the tips of your scapula down into the back of the heart. The next time you open, pause. Take your feet a little bit wider than distance. Side bend to the right. Stretch the left hand across the wall. Crossed. Think about squeezing the side body as you lengthen the other side body. Squeeze it. There's a little ball there that you're gripping into. Okay, really nice. Inhale, stretch your arms up to the sky. Exhale, hinge at your hips. Fold halfway forward. Little bend in your knees or a big bend in your knees. Let yourself just kind of dangle here. Spine dangles, legs strong, pushing into the floor. Every inhale, imagine that you're lengthening through the back of the legs. Pushing down through the heels, lifting up through the sitting bones. And every exhale, pull the belly button in towards the spine. Imagine as you pull the belly button in towards the spine, you're drawing your chest closer to your thighs. Hold on to opposite elbows. Take your hands to the top of your thighs, lengthen halfway. Belly in, hands on your hips, squeeze your glutes, come up standing. We're gonna do those hip hinges. Hinge halfway, belly in, strong feet, push through your heels, pelvis brings you up. One more. This time as you come up, shift your weight onto your right foot, left knee lifts. Exhale, foot grounds, hinge forward, belly strong. Push through the left foot, come up, right knee lifts. So a little hinge, press to knee lift. The next time you make it to your right foot, we're gonna stay there. Standing on the right foot, left knee up. Now we're gonna do it one leg. So draw the left knee back, little bend in your right knee, hinge halfway forward. Maybe you don't go, maybe you go a quarter of the way forward. And then push through the heel, come back up, knee up. Knee starts to drive back. When it gets in line with the spine, the whole body tips. Squeeze the glute, come back. Last one, we're gonna hold it. Stretch your left leg back. Slow motion, step back, lunge. Draw the front ribs in. Reach the arms forward. Inhale, think about breathing into the back of the body. Send your throat back like you're pushing it into the floor. And then as you exhale, arms stretch up. Hinge forward in line with your back leg. See if you can squeeze your right glute as you keep pushing down through your heel. And then turning it into a spin. Left fingertips come down, maybe to a block wide. Turn your chest open to the right. Arm stretches towards the sky, or can extend up and over the ear. Take your right hand to the top of your right knee. Push into it for stability. Ground your left heel down and open up goddess pose to the left. Hands on the knees, push the knees wide. We'll shift side to side. Ooh. And then we're gonna add a shoulder drop here. Bend through the left elbow, right arm straight, dips down towards the left shoulder. Come back up, other direction. Other direction, this time we're gonna hold it. See if you can sense into all the different places being stretched. Inner right knee, back. Come back up, other side. Feel for those stretches. Come back up, pivot your heels out, forward fold. Just like in our other forward fold, as you inhale, lengthen from heel to sit bone. And as you exhale, engage the core, try to pull yourself into the fold. Pivot your feet towards the front of the yoga mat, step forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen up halfway. Hands to the hips, push down through the left knee or left foot, come up, right knee hovers. 3 of these one-legged deadlifts. Hinge forward. Push up. This third one we're gonna hold. Stretch the right leg back. Slow and controlled. Step back. Awesome. Arms reach forward. Inhale into the mid back. Take your shoulders and throat back. Ribs pull down as the arms go up. Just like when we're working with the ball, we have the tactile sensation, and you use the area of most stretch as the anchor point for your tactile sensation focus. Hinge forward. Squeeze that left glute, push down through the heel. Right fingertips come to the floor. High runner's lunge twist. Left hand to the left knee, right heel pivots down, feet adjust, goddess. This time open your arms up like a cactus. And then let's take, I'm going to turn so you can see me. Let's take the left hand to the left knee, right hand to the outside of the right ankle. No, left. Come back up. Do that again. Okay. Left hand, left knee, right hand, left ankle. Push down through the knee as you pull through the arm and twist. Come back up, cactus. Right hand, right knee, left hand, right ankle. Pull yourself into the twist. Left knee stays wide. Come back up, cactus. One more, both directions. Ooh. Straighten the legs, adjust to your feet, wide leg forward fold. Pivot your feet forward to the front of the yoga mat, step forward, Uttanasana. Notice if your weight is shifted back over your heels. Bring your bum a little bit forward until the front of your foot starts to press down too. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, stabilize. Inhale, push through the right foot, left knee lifts. You can stay here with the hands on your hips, or you can make it harder by stretching your arms up to the sky. We're gonna do those 3 hinges and then step back. Exhale, hinge halfway forward. I'm keeping my left knee bent. Come back up. Hinge. I also have a little bend in my standing leg. Back up. Last one, hinge. Hold it. Slow as you can, step back. Fingertips come to the floor. Lower the left knee down to the floor or a cushion. And then take your hands to your front knee. Push your hands straight. Your arms straight. Reach your arms forward. And then take them up. Maybe see if you can take your right knee a little bit deeper as you push into your right heel a little bit harder. Hinge halfway forward and line up the back thigh. Left fingertips down and wide, right arm up to the sky or up over your ear. And maybe take your forearm to a block. Very nice shoulder mechanics with that left arm pushing down, squeezing back. Right hand comes to the right knee. We're gonna come all the way up into goddess. Whew. Really Really working those glutes today. I thought I was working the chest. Interlace your hands behind your back. Try to pull your elbows back and your shoulders back. Notice how the ribs in the head want to jump forward. Exhale, pull the ribs in. Pull the skull back. Try to use your glutes to widen the knees. Stretch through the inner thighs. Straighten the legs. Turn the toes in. Keep the bind. Forward fold. Weight shifts a little bit forward, activating the front of the foot and the back of the foot. Release the arms, shift forward, step forward, Uttanasana. Hands come to the hips. Exhale, this time we're going to come all the way up from here. So push through your heels, bring your chest up enough until you find your flat back. And then the glutes take over and pull you all the way up. Shift the weight to the left foot, hands on your hips or arms come up, right knee up. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, lift. Last one, hold. Leg step, stretches back, slow motion step, maybe over your prop. Fingers come down to the floor as you set up for Anjaneyasana, right knee down. Hands to the left knee. Push the hands away as you push, stitch the ribs in towards each other, and then reach the arms up. Right fingertips come down wide. Open. Push down through the back knee to keep the height through the right hip. Push down through the left heel. Keep the activation through the glute. Coming into goddess again, hand to the knee. Open the knees, goddess. Interlace your hands behind your back. This time switch the grip of your hands. Hands pull back, elbows pull back, ribs pull back, skull pulls back, knees pull back. If you can work down more to the outer foot. And then leg straight and pivot in, forward fold with the clasp. Inhale, long legs. Exhale, core pulls you in towards your thighs. Release your grip, pivot forward, step forward, Uttanasana. Few rounds of breath here. Push down through the feet, activate the legs, take an inhale, hands to the hips, and as you exhale, come all the way up, left knee lifts, arm extends. Exhale, hinge forward, maybe extend the left leg for full warrior three, and then inhale, come up. More times. Last one, hold. Slow motion, step back, lunge. Turbo lunge, elbows down, knee hovers. Lift the back leg. 2 more times, hover. Lift the back leg. Last one, hover. With control, bring the knee down. Scooch the front foot back, so we're kind of at the 90-90. We're gonna take a quad stretch. With one or both of your hands. That foot facing up to the sky and active. Ribs pulling, glutes engaged. Right, anchor your awareness on the sensations. Release the back foot. Interlace your hands behind your back. Open up through the chest. Heel toe your front foot more forward. Anjaneyasana. Hands back, elbows back, throat back. Core strong as the chest opens. Release your arms. Hinge forward at your hip, straighten through the front leg. This is when you could use a block. Widen the left block and left hand. Take your right hand to your hip. Turn to the right. Left shoulder stays back. Stretch the right arm up to the sky if that feels good. Squeeze the shoulders back. Unwind. Either do that one more time or take the block in hand to the outside of the right leg. This is a little tippy, so push hand, back of the hand and leg together for support. And turn to the right. Maybe extend the arm. Slowly twist out of that. Bring your left hand back to the left. Put a bend in your right knee. Right hand to your hip, turn. Pull your left heel into your bum. Activate through the back of the hamstring. Pull, pull, pull. And then reverse your bum. Reach back with your hand or strap. Quad stretch. Pull the heel into your butt, hinge your hips forward. Staying upright or maybe coming down onto the left forearm. Punch those ribs in as you exhale. Inhale through the back of the core. Head pulls back or chin, head tips to the left shoulder. So that I'm laying my head tip to the left shoulder and I'm drawing the neck back. Right, now we're gonna make the right hand resistant, straighten the arm, kick the foot into the hand. Let that kick into the hand, pull open the right shoulder. Keep the core engaged and the glutes engaged to avoid compression in the spine. Ugh. And then slowly release back to our favorite pose, goddess. Okay, right shoulder tips in, arms on the knees. Nice long side body stretch. Now take the right fingertips. Let's use a block inside of the right leg. And then stretch your left arm up to the sky. Maybe elbow the right knee to the right if you can get that contact. Ooh. Then hands back to the knees. Left shoulder tips in, arms straight. And then left hand comes to the block. Knee wide, right arm reaches up. Right, come back with hands to the knees. Knees nice and wide. Heels pivot out, fold forward. Walk your hands out forward, kind of like down dog. Push down through your hands. Lift your armpits up. Little bend through the knees. Push your thighs back. And start to pivot yourself forward. Step forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, breathe into the back, hands to the hips. Exhale, push down, rise up, weight in the left foot, right knee up. Arms up. Hinge forward, warrior three. And up. Warrior three. And up. Last one, hold warrior three. Nice. Step the leg back. Ah. We're gonna do that turbo lunge. When you do the turbo lunge, you're trying to get the knee to stay underneath the hip. I didn't say that last time. And up. Turbo. And up. Last one. Plant the knee. Use a cushion. Quad stretch. Release the quad stretch gently. Hands interlace behind your back. Open up, pec stretch. Using the alignment as an anchor. You naturally lose it. You're like, oh yeah, strengthen the core. Heel toe the left foot forward. Pushing down through the places in contact with the earth, lifting up through the spine. Whew. Release that, straighten the front leg. Hinge at your hips, Ardha Hanumanasana. Let's take it into our twist. Right hand to the block, block wide. Squeeze the left glute under, twist to the left, hand on the hip or reach it. Untwist. Either stay in the position to retwist. The right hand comes to the outside of the leg. I bend my knee a little bit more and push my outer right wrist into the shin. Scoop the pelvis, turn. Ooh. Coordination. Makes this next one seem easy though. Okay, open your hand, hinge through your back knee, right hand wide, or maybe to the forearm. First, we're gonna find our hamstring curl. I'm gonna push my left hand down into my left knee. Lift the hips up and then pull your heel into your butt. Flex the foot, squeeze through the back glute and thigh. And find your foot. Start with the deep quad stretch, heel pulls in towards the same sit bone. Left elbow bending to pull the heel in. Then let your left arm straighten, kick your foot into your hand. Peel the left shoulder back. Slowly come out, goddess pose. Right hand to the floor, inside of the right foot. Lean back into your right knee, left hand on your hip. Turn your chest up to the sky. Stage one. Stage two, back of the left hand comes back to your low back. Stage three, hinge your chest in. Pull your right elbow under your right knee. Take the back of your right hand to your low back. Stage four, open your chest back up, maybe holding your hands. And release. Left hand inner edge of left knee. On the floor, right hand to your hip. Maybe back of the hand to the low back. Maybe left hand comes under as well. Whew. Right leg forward fold. Stretch your arms forward like that down dog variation. Push down to the into the hands, lift the armpits. We're gonna take like a threaded needle twist. Stretch your left arm towards the right foot. Make a fist, push down through your hand. Try to turn your hips to the left as you reach with your left arm, or bend through the right knee a little bit. Take your left hand to the outer left shin. Once you have that, re-straighten the leg and try to turn your hips to the left. Maybe tent your right fingers. Second side, left arm forward. Right fist comes to the floor, kind of in front of the toes, or figure out how to hold on to that left leg. Really nice. Pivot your feet forward. Plant your hands. Step back, down and facing dog. In your down dog, bike at your legs. Maybe noticing how this first down dog feels different after we've warmed up so much. And then bring your knees to the floor. We're going to come into, let's just sit on our block. Block between the heels, or you can sit down in a different way. Find your strap. Strap in your right arm towards the sky. Take the strap so it dangles behind your back. Bend your right elbow. Try to point your right elbow up to the sky. Left hand comes to the low back, climbs up to the scapula, tying the other strap. Try to point your left elbow down to the floor. Point your right elbow up to the sky. Pull the core in, and then try to pull the strap apart. Actually, my arms are too tired to pull apart, so I'm just holding the strap. You can pull apart if you want. Release the right hand from the strap. Strap will be in the left hand. Switch your arms. Left arm comes up to the sky. Thumb turns towards the back of the room for that rotation in the upper arm. Bend to the left elbow, elbow up. Push the head back into that forearm. And then back of the right hand to the low back. Walk the hand up, find the strap. This time, pull up with the left hand a little bit, so the right hand creeps up a little bit more up the back. And then maybe let the left hand travel down, the right hand holds higher up on the strap. Bonus. Let go of the left hand, right hand stretches up towards the sky with the strap. Bend the elbow. Reach back with the left hand. Find the strap. Release the right hand. Now we're just trading off. Left arm comes up and bends. Little switcheroonie. And then release. So you can either try that again with your strap, or you can try it with the block, which is a little bit harder. Arm comes up towards the sky. Thumb pivots towards the wall behind you, core in, bend the elbow. Bottom hand comes up, finds the block, and switch. Ooh. Moving at your own time, trying to not rush it. Maybe noticing the difference in your sides. I found that placing the bottom arm up, getting it all ready, and then bending the block back into the hand works best for me. Wasn't that fun? Okay, hold the block in your hands, take the block behind your head. Same little edge of the block pushes into the occiput, ribs in, head back, little rotation through the head. Okay, really nice. Come to lay down on your belly, on your forearms, Sphinx pose. Let your chin drop towards your chest for a moment. Right ear comes over to the right shoulder, left shoulder pulls back. Down through center, left shoulder, no, right other shoulder pulls back. Come back towards center, lift the head, bend through your left knee. Push down through the right forearm, left arm stretches back. You can also do this, actually, let's start in camel or in crocodile. Forehead on your top hand. Squeeze your core, squeeze your glutes. Bend the left knee. Reach back with your left hand or a strap to hold on to the top of the left ankle. This is a really nice place to stay because you can focus on the quad and the hip flexor without the chance of collapsing into the low back. Or get your right arm ready and push up towards Sphinx and bend that heel in towards your butt. The core will just like flare out here. Head will come forward, so try to mitigate that. Ribs in, throat back. Now let the left arm straighten. Hold the ankle, kick the foot back into the hand. And release, come back down to the belly. Strong core and glutes, right knee bends in, reach back for the right foot, bend at the elbow. Maybe come up, Sphinx. Straighten the arm as you hold the ankle. Kick the foot back. And release. Really nice. Roll over onto your back. Have your strap nearby. Pull your knees into your chest. And then take your strap. I'm going to double mine over because I have a long strap, but you don't need to. And then you're going to take the strap in front of your ankles, holding onto one side on the outside of your feet. And then you're going to bring your feet to the floor. So you can figure out how much slack you need in the strap to have your feet on the floor and to hold it. Feet about hip distance apart. Draw your core in. Pull the shoulders down, push the back of the head down. Lift up through your hips. I need to walk my feet a little bit further forward. Pull at your strap, walk the shoulders under a little bit more. Pull at your strap, core in, squeeze your glutes, lift your hips higher. Pull at your strap, open the body. And then lower the hips down. We're going to do that 2 more times. I'm going to walk my feet a little bit more forward. That felt better in my body. Engage the glutes and the core. Push down to lift up. Walk those scapulas underneath your back. Play with little refinements here to find more of an opening or more of a stretch. There's a lot of ways to work this pose. For me today, I'm working my glutes, pushing into the heels and lifting up through the hips. And lower down. We're going to do one more if it would feel better to you to do a supported bridge. So I think I'm going to do, find your block. Find a level for your block. I'll do second level. I would suggest second or first. Block underneath the sacrum. If you're on your block, stay here. If you're using the strap and lifting your hips, lower your hips down, grab a block and join us. And then extend your right leg out, pull your left knee in towards your chest with both of your hands. Flex the right foot, try to push your right heel away from you. Squeeze through the right glute. Slowly see if you can draw the left knee in just a little bit closer. Bring your left knee up over your hip so the arms straighten. Interlace your hands behind your thigh. Push the thigh forward into your clasped hands and start to straighten the left leg as much as feels good for you. Spread through the toes, maybe point through the foot or point, whatever feels best today. Stay here pushing the leg forward, or while you're pushing the leg forward, use your hands and start to pull the leg in just a little bit towards your chest. Ooh, muscles instantly jumping for joy. And then bend the left knee, pull the knee into the chest even more. Maybe pull the knee in so much the right heel wants to lift up, and then stretch the right heel out and push it down. Nice, come back, supported bridge, both heels, feet on the floor. Left leg extends out, right knee pulls in. Active left leg and glute, pushing the foot away. Starting nice and slow, letting the body just hold the position. And really slowly and gradually seeing if you can bring the right knee in deeper. The main stretch I want you to feel here is the front of the left hip. And playing around, seeing how you can get that left psoas to get a deeper stretch. Maybe squeezing through the glute more, reaching out through the leg more, dropping the ribs more. And then bonus right hamstring stretch, pulling the right knee in. Interlace the hands behind your thigh. Push the thigh forward into your hand, straighten the leg. Bend the elbows a little bit of pull in. Make it harder so that the other heart is easier. Bend the knee, pull the knee in a little bit deeper. Stretch out through the left leg. Really nice. Bring your feet to the floor. Lift up, remove the block. Pull the knees into the chest. A little side to side rock. Happy baby, reach up, hold the feet. Pulling down to the back body, back of the head, back of the shoulders, back of the core, back of the pelvis. Then draw your left heel into your sit bone. Left knee bends, push out through the right leg. Active right foot, pushing into the resistance of the right hand. Bend through the right knee. Right heel to sit bone, straighten through the left leg. One more time, left knee hinges deeply, right leg extends. Sometimes I like to rock over towards my right side, bringing the back of my right hand and pinky toe down towards the floor, squeezing the left glute and trying to push the left knee away. Come back through center, right knee grounds, left leg opens, maybe a little bit of a tip to the left. Right, come back towards center. Extend the legs out. Maybe pull the glutes away from each other, letting the low back settle. Maybe walk the scapulas in together as you settle down on your back. The most advanced pose here. And beginning to deepen your breath. And letting these big breaths oxygenate the whole body and release tension from the whole body. When you're ready, come back up to seated. And seeing if you can find a little bit more comfort in your seat, a little bit more relaxation, and maybe a little bit easier to rest the attention on the breath. And this is a good skill for life, so we can focus on what we're doing in the moment without always thinking. Something I'm forever working on. Throw your hands up to your heart. Thanks so much for being here. Namaste. This is turning into my favorite shirt. It says Llama Stay 6 feet away. It's a COVID shirt.
Thank you, Kim. It was great.